That's about half the pot.
I'm all in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gavin, can you explain Gaffey's play there?
I can explain why it's bad. The only hand he's really going to get called by in that situation is one that beats him. He's got plenty of showdown value. He's got second pair, good kicker. Why not just call and see the river and you know, let him keep bluffing if he's bluffing?
Not a great day at the office for Sammy. He's lost about $500,000 in chips over the course of the last 10 hands.
Depends on if we give action or not, I guess. Yeah.
And he no longer has the chip lead at this feature table.
I'm doing my best.
That honour now belonging to Nicolas Schuite.
I'm all in.
Queen 10 for Ramsey Jalassi, and he shoves with just under 650,000. Ace King for Talbot.
I'm all in.
He also shoves.
Jeff, all in.
The stacks are pretty close, Gavin.
Some pass.
JF looks at his cards two-handed, jams his chips two-handed. Let's see if he fist pumps two-handed if he wins this pot.
Really good for me.
You have me covered? Yeah. I got 655.
How much?
655, I
We
think.
have the same. I have, I think you even have more. I have 648.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, Talbot does have Jalassi covered
shape for me, I
just.
It's kind of sick to sweat this. All right.
Enough diamonds. Queen.
And they're going to take like 50 minutes between.
Jalassi with 2 live cards. He'd be happy if the suit was live as well, obviously.
Could be
Yeah,
worse
that
shape.
couple percent either way makes a big difference.
Pretty nothing flop. Ace high still good.
Space 6 of hearts.
Jack of diamonds on a 10 probably this one.
Let's see the turn card.
1 of 10.
A 10, giving Jalassi the lead.
And the river cards.
Ace or a king for Talbot. He hits the ace.
Cards.
Jalassi's eliminated.
Good game, man.
Right. Good luck, guys.
Big round of applause for Ramsey Jalassi, our 19th place finisher.
50,000 euros he'll get for finishing 19th.
Torturous 10 on the turn, ace on the river combination.
Now we can get silly.
What do you have now? 1-4?
Well, 655, 1-3, plus the antes. And the antes.
Ramsey, this is your 7th cash in an EPT, 50k, bit of a nice return.
Yeah, of course you're always dreaming about the big money, especially when you're so close. But I mean, like I told someone else, you can't really be sad if you're winning 50,000 euros. You just have to be happy about the money you're winning. Of course, it would be nice to win more, but I mean, you can't go around thinking like that. So of course I'm happy.
And hopefully we'll be seeing you again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh, the British are coming. Craig McCorkill moves to our feature table. 2.9 million in chips.
So many chips, in fact, that he can't carry them himself.
Tournament staff will assist with the aid of some plastic racks. So Mr. McCorkill's having a good day. The same cannot be said for Sami Kilapuro. That said, he's sitting on 2.4 million. He can't complain too much.
Still got a lot of chips, but you can get frustrated when things start going the wrong way. You lose all these small pots, and then you start to press. And, you know, then it just goes even more downhill from there.
You start to press, and then you get depressed.
Ace 4, ace 4.
It's not going to change, Mr. Regini, however many times you look at it.
See, there's a reason why you don't want to do the two-handed. You see that the card almost flipped over.
We will get a message to him, Gavin, don't worry.
What are you going to do? You're going to play with your Jack of Diamonds exposed?
He's made it 90,000 from the button. Sami with exactly the same hand. Contemplating a re-steal from the small blind.
Yeah, this hand not quite good enough to call a raise from the small blind, so he's going to re-raise with it. Doesn't want to play out of position against the button.
And of course, Talbot knowing that Sami's going to do this with a lot of hands if he thinks it's just a standard button steal. So he could play back here.
I'm all in.
And he does. Moves all in for just under 1.4 million.
advantage, re-raised always.
Sammy going to have a tough time calling with King Jack. The gap theory in play. Much easier to make a raise than to call a raise.
How much is that? 1.3?
You want to count?
No, sorry. Just
About 1.3, 1.4.
Alright, so. Nice one.
Sorry,
Thank you.
JF takes the pot.
Told you, Sammy, you know?
I was waiting for value.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I told you, man.
it's just too much.
So JF on a bit of a rush right now. Join us in a couple of minutes for more action from the grand final of the EPT in Monte Carlo.
Welcome back to the grand final of the European Poker Tour from Monte Carlo, where we're down to just 17 players. Nick Schulman, our most recent elimination, has just had his Triple Crown dreams crushed by Canadian Andrew Chen.
So when we lose another player, it'll be redraw time. We'll be down to our last 2 tables of 8.
And of course on the EPT, unlike a lot of the other tours, once you get deep in the tournament, everything is 8-handed.
Raise.
JF has pocket 5s.
He's turning up the heat lately since the double up. Playing a lot of hands, getting involved.
Sammy on the button with Jack 9. I'm getting the impression the Finn doesn't like to fold.
You know, he doesn't like to fold. As I said before, I think he thinks he's the best player at the table. He wants to play pots in position, and he's going to do that.
Makes the call. Are we going to get any action from the blinds? Schweety gives up the small. Giaffi in the big. He passes as well, so we're heads up to the flop.
JF warned Sammy against re-raising before, and so Sammy took his advice and just flat called.
Crucially, has position on him this time. No continuation bet. Check behind from Sammy.
Yeah, tough sell for Sammy to try to represent an ace on that board. Oh, don't bet. Don't bet, JF. Good. If he bet, I think Sammy was going to raise.
But isn't an ace-high flop meant to connect with JF's range? Shouldn't he be betting here?
Yeah, it's going to connect with a good chunk of his range, but it also, because Sammy's in position, it's going to give him a chance to float and try to win the pot on a later street.
Well, Sammy has bet the turn. And JF decides to give it up.
But you're going to give me a hard time. That's just too easy.
Well, if you bet the flop, I would call.
So Sammy finally wins a pot and puts an end to that losing streak.
Is there a
Craig
break coming up?
McCorkill is going to be first to speak here. He lets it go. JF picks up the aces.
And his hot streak continues.
Raise. 90,000.
Sammy's not going to play with him this time.
Looks like he's found a customer in Nicolas Schweety on the button. With ace 10.
In bad shape.
Makes the call in position. Giaffi folds the small blind. Regini gives up the big.
How much do you have before the hand? I know 8. Okay. I know you had me covered, but
Elbow, 92% favorite.
have to double check though.
Not anymore. What a flop for Schweety.
It goes from a 92% favorite to having only 4% equity in the pot.
How does JF avoid going broke here?
$125.
He bets 125,000.
What's the best play for Sweetie?
It's tough to say. I mean, if he just calls, he might not get too much action on further streets. If he raises, JF might be able to get away from the hand, depending on how much he makes it.
He has verbally declared raise.
I take back my previous comment. JF looks very interested. He does not want to fold.
Molly, go.
He shoves, insta-call from Sweetie.
So sick. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Why would you raise there? So bad.
The answer to why would I raise there is so you would move all in with aces.
How do you lose aces versus ace 10? How is that possible?
Well, anything's possible.
Raise the flop.
There's a king of clubs.
Drawing to one out is JF, the remaining ace in the deck.
Okay.
There's a king of hearts.
That's crazy.
It's a tough beat to take, but he has to take it and content himself with 50,000 euros for his 17th place finish.
With 16 remaining, Nicholas Sweetie is very much in the driving seat, but McCorkle looks to be closing the gap. Chen still on target to get one over on Bonavena, while at the bottom of the table, our 3 remaining Frenchmen need to get busy. Next time on the EPT, as night falls in Monte Carlo, we'll be playing down to the final table.
7. Doubles up.
You beat King High.
Maybe. No one wins any class in this country.
Don't miss the action at thepokerstars.com EPT Grand Final.